How's everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday. Now get ready for tomorrow. Powell going on the microphone. Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. This is your boy TraderPrad. TraderPrad. But if you guys are ready for this show to get started, why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. Yo, what's up, chat? How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone had a wonderful Wednesday hump day. Oh my goodness day. I mean, that's how we're gonna call it today, because what was that move at 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock move was something on the markets. Markets woke back up. Finally, we kept poking it with the stick and we said, do something, and it did something, huh? Markets flew off that 10 o'clock econ number, and that's why we keep telling you to keep your eyes peeled on those econ data. Always make sure you know exactly what time they're coming out, and if any Fed members like Powell today also on the microphone moving the market a little bit. So you always got to be ready for any type of those situations. Market might not do anything, but those econ data, if they come out as a surprise, they might help the market move, and that's exactly what happened. We saw QQQ, S&P 500 blast off right back into yesterday's high, a little bit higher than yesterday's high, but managed to go right back up. So now I'm wondering, is there more upside incoming? Are we going right back into the all-time highs over here on the S&P 500 on the QQQ? What really is the situation over here? Or are we going right back to doing nothing for another 2 weeks before the earnings season starts cooking back up? So really a lot of questions over here as to what to expect from the market. And I think the best way to go about it is not to expect anything. Expect nothing and be happy, or actually the words were you will own nothing and be happy, but we kind of turned it around to, expect nothing and be happy, and if anything does show up, be ready to take advantage of those moves. The market moved wonderfully today. Sadly, didn't really give you any real pullback to get into until much later when Powell was talking, but that pullback gave you a pretty good long if you were looking for it. And markets in terms of Magnificent 7, they moved up pretty well. Google moved up right back to the upside. Tesla had a pretty decent day, if I remember. Netflix had a monster day. Nvidia had a decent day too. So all things going right back up at the moment. So we're gonna look around, shop around, kind of talk shop over here. All stocks on the watch list. Go through the stocks that reported earnings after hours. Go through the stocks that are going to report earnings tomorrow pre-market. We're gonna find out how the movers today moved and see if there's any possible trades for tomorrow. We're gonna watch a little video from our good friend from Michael Noss about the opening range break, and then we're gonna do what we're actually made on this earth to do, which is become grandmaster at chess. It's a new adventure that we unlocked yesterday, and we're gonna keep doing until we become grandmaster, and you're gonna hang out with me on this journey. During the stock process, we actually do have a little bit of a DD. Actually, this DD comes from Reddit, but we're gonna do this DD over here about DXYZ, which had a monster move today. I've been talking about this stock for the last few days for you guys. Hopefully you guys have been listening, because this stock has been moving. I mean, my dad day traded that stock today and it moved up pretty well. He was pretty happy when I came home. Dieter said he day traded it. He was pretty happy with that trade himself. So, I mean, I've been talking about the possible opportunities over there, and we just don't know what exactly is going on behind the scenes on that company. So thanks to our good friend over on our Discord, Angry Buddha. Not sure if he's in the chat just yet, but our good friend Angry Buddha actually sent us a good link, a good write-up about that DXYZ ETF. So we're gonna read up about that a little bit more and dive in deeper, see exactly what's in store, or at least what that person who wrote up that post, what does he know that we don't? And that's all in store for today. Hopefully you're ready for a jam-packed Wednesday session. I do have to remind you before we get started that tomorrow we might not have a show, or if we do, it's gonna be a special episode. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do. It could either be a special episode, or it could just be I can't stream tomorrow, and the reason why is because there's a trader meetup, some sort of a trader meetup from a brokerage name is Centerpoint. I'm expecting some big name traders to show up over there. Hopefully if they do, I get to meet them, I get to say hello to them, introduce myself, network a little bit, and meet some better traders, network with better traders, meet the better traders, and hopefully get better myself, right? So that's the goal over there. So tomorrow we have a little bit of a lunch, we being me and another coworker of mine who's a pretty good friend by now. He's in the chat sometimes, but we're actually gonna go to that lunch. It's around 6 o'clock, not lunch or dinner, it's around 6 o'clock or so. So I might not be able to stream, or I will be able to stream and it will be directly from there on my mobile phone. So I mean, we just don't know what the possibilities are. So stay tuned, and if you want to stay tuned on that aspect, make sure you go hit the follow on my Twitter, or should I say X, because I'll keep you guys up to date over there. But drum roll as we get the party started. Let's go to the full screen and show you guys what's in store for the watch list tomorrow. Ta-da! Ooh, the camera's in the wrong spot. That's because we were doing something yesterday which needed the camera to move around. I forget what I was doing yesterday that I needed to move the camera around a little bit. But there we go. We can put the camera right there. All right, let's start off with the watch list for tomorrow. Watch list starting with stocks that reported earnings tomorrow. Today, after hours, stocks that report earnings tomorrow. Pre-market, a stock that already reported earnings, and we were so wrong about this one. Can't wait to talk about that. Disney, forgot to talk about Disney at the opening trailer over there. Disney, the proxy fight has ended. Nelson loses, and the board members are now re-elected to run that company the same way they've been running. So maybe not really a good news over there for Disney. So we're waiting to see if that downside move that kickstarted today will start a bigger move to the downside over here on DIS, or is Bob Iger and everything else actually a good news for Disney? So not sure what's going on over here, but some trade opportunities for sure opening up most likely on DIS. Oh, man, a little bit of heartburn over there. DJT and Reddit also coming on the watch list again, but they've been kind of dying down on volume, still giving you that insane volatility. You still got a pretty decent ATR on these stocks, still giving you opportunities at the end of the day, but a little bit volume dying down. That means the spread's opening up, so not really giving you the clean opportunities that you would like. But if you are patient enough, getting in the right areas, there are some trades over here on DJT and RDDT. EDR, Endeavor Holdings, the company that owns UFC. We talked about them very little yesterday, but it ended up working out. The trade actually pushed much higher today than they were yesterday, blasting off through that 26 area, giving you a beautiful long. If you took that trade, shout out to you. I'm looking for more opportunities tomorrow on EDR, especially if you pull back into that 26. So I want to see if 26 pulls back and we find some buying into that level. This stock is getting bought out for $27.50. Nike still making that descent along with Lulu, previous earnings reporters about 2-3 weeks ago now. So still on the watch list as they're making their descent. Nike going into that 52-week low. Lulu about to head into not really a 52-week low, but a pretty deep low level where I'm expecting supports to come in, but that level is almost $10-15 away. So waiting to see how Lulu sets up as we go into that level. DXYZ we talked about a little bit. Not really a day trade opportunity for me just yet. I need to see a little bit more volatility, but sorry, not volatility, a little bit more volume, but the volatility is there. The stock is giving you opportunities and tons of money to be made. So watch out, DXYZ. Coinbase, Mara, Riot, cryptocurrency basket, semiconductor basket, your large cap basket, and your large cap ETFs, along with the small cap ETF, always on the watch list. You know how we like to keep them on there just in case the market pops off and starts doing some fun. But at the top of the watch list, as you guys just saw not too long ago, was BlackBerry, the Canadian company previously known as Research in Motion, RIM. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, previously called Research in Motion, RIM, and almost every person in the world at one point owned a BlackBerry. If you didn't, I'm not gonna say it, I'll shut up. You know, almost every person owned a BlackBerry. If you were, especially in the business world, if you didn't own a BlackBerry, you were almost looked as you were inferior in the business world. Why is that gap so much longer on the chart than that gap? Oh, so is that gap longer, smaller? That's weird. Weird way to position grid lines on the chart. Shouldn't the grids be more uniform? That's so weird. Oh, it's because it's June to 2023. Ha 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 ha. That makes a little bit more sense. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, but overall, you know, everyone at one point owned a BlackBerry, but overall, no one at this point owns a BlackBerry, sadly. Their history with devices has completely died. No one owns BlackBerry except for Neil, I guess, and even Neil had to change from a BlackBerry. They've kind of deviated away from hardware now and focus on the software more. I mean, BlackBerry's still known for their security capabilities. That was the main reason why everyone owned a BlackBerry back in the day. You didn't get hacked, right? If Kim Kardashian had her nudes on a BlackBerry instead of an iPhone, they probably wouldn't get leaked, right? So all those safety and security reasons that BlackBerry had back in the day, sadly, that's the only thing they have now. So not sure exactly what to expect from their earnings report, but looks like a monster beat, a 200% flip on the EPS over here. They were expected to lose 3 cents per share. They actually came out with 3 cents per share positive. EPS was a beat, but also so was revenue. Revenue coming in at almost 15% beat. What are you selling? What do you have in terms of revenue? What? So clearly they're making money somehow. Not sure how, and hence you're getting a nice little move on BlackBerry right back to the upside. Let me quickly drop in earnings anchored VWAP for myself. Earnings anchored VWAP right there. That's the previous earnings anchored VWAP. Nice move into $3 for a stock whose ATR is only 14 cents. So nice little move into, I guess, dropped first and then ripped to the upside. Now let's kind of zoom out a little bit on the 1-year chart. Is that $3? That's right into that $3 area. So maybe we want to keep an eye out to see how the stock will trade into this zone. We also have this little gap high where the stock kind of created this whole downside move on January 2024, actually the starting of the year. Weirdly, big volume candle, flush to the downside. So we want to see if the stock actually has enough buying pressure into $3.25 and above $3.25 for us to really get bullish above this area. But if it doesn't show us that, then if the stock does a little bit of this, then that gives us a beautiful area to get short above wherever that high is on the move up. We get to use that high as a stop and ride BlackBerry right back to the downside. But so far on the earnings report move, it was positive. Let's go find out if let's go do a little bit more deep dive on this position and find out exactly how the report came out using our good friends Benzinga. If you want to use Benzinga, they help me every single day, keeping me up to date on all the news articles and so on. Trying to find there we go. This is expected. That's the one. Okay. Trying to find the report. Looks like nothing really big on their report over here. We don't really see an outlook or anything. They're just talking about the numbers that we already saw. Analyst estimates. okay, by 11%. This is a 14.57% increase over sales from same period last year. So not only did they beat the estimates, they also are growing somehow. I mean, how? What are you guys actually selling these days? Overall, BlackBerry, nice little print to the upside, and we're looking for that continuation above 325. Above 325 for us to get really bullish. But if there's no buyers above 325, and I'm saying that because I don't want to go long into $3. I don't want to go long into $3 because I know there's easy top into 25 cents above it. But if we do get above 325, pull back and show me support above 325, we're actively buying above 325, then the stock gets interesting for a good little long setup over there, and seeing what type of opportunities come into play for BlackBerry. So watching BlackBerry tomorrow, not a high priority because of the lack of ATR. It's only 14 cents. On earnings days, maybe it can give you a dollar move, but if you double the ATR, 14 cents, double that is not a dollar. So it'll be a little bit of a question mark to see a whole dollar move. But if we do see some selling in here, maybe we get a nice move back into $3, or a little bit of move back into 3 into 280 where we can take some covers. You technically don't want to give the stock more than 5 cents a risk. That means you got to have the perfect entry. That way you can have the 5 cent a risk, and you can, jam your size into that position and ride it to the downside or ride it to the upside. So you want to be very careful with BlackBerry. Levi coming out with their earnings report today after hours. Let's actually pull back Levi on a longer time frame. This is a little bit of an ugly chart. I mean, IPO'd only in 2019. That's weird. This hasn't Levi existed for like ever. 1853. How are you only going public now? I bet it was public before, delisted, or went private, and then came back on the market. I bet that happened to Levi. These are just the history of the company's genes and so on. There's nothing about the stock. All right. Levi, the next stock on board, another low ATR, 56 cents ATR, boring stock kinda, but does decent volume on earnings days. And some opportunities do show up. So it reported earnings after hours. Let's go to the 1 year time frame real quick and click on that button. That button says that they reported good. Looks like 25% to the upside, beat on EPS, barely a beat on revenue, but a nice little beat on revenue. We recently have seen other apparel companies report and actually go to the upside, like Guess, A&F, and so on. So let's go see if Levi is joining that side. It is. Okay, Levi actually pushed right into last week's high, struggled a little bit above last week's high into $21, but managed to pull back into last week's high and then actually hold above in that area. So looks like we could find some support into $20 over here on Levi Strauss, and we could have some possible long trades over here on the stock. So keeping this one on watch for sure. Let's go back to the 1 year time frame where, well, that's the last week's high. That is probably a level that I might want to keep an eye on. Let's go back to the, yeah, that's pretty cool. We did get a little bit higher than that though. We did get a little bit higher than that. Now if you zoom back the chart on the yearly chart, that's where the IPO range is. That's the IPO range near 22.50 or so. And we popped into about $21 and kind of rejected. I guess if the stock can continue showing me support above $20, there is a long there. But if we're not really holding 20 on the support side, then I'm kind of wondering, is there even a long? Because I don't want to go long until we go all the way back into 19 and test that area for support. Or if it shows me some support into this 1950 area, then maybe we could look for a long there. But I don't really want to fight that long if we're not able to hold 20 cleanly on the bid tomorrow in the pre-market. I'm expecting actually something like this on the pre-market, and we take off. So we don't even get to see the 20 off the open or so, but if we do, you better hold it. So I'm going to put 20 on my watch list over here for Levi. A little bit of a lower important stock, not really a high important stock. I think the main high important stock tomorrow is going to be QQQ because of that big move that we saw on the market today at 10 o'clock. I mean, that was monstrous. Overall, Powell was talking at 12 o'clock or so. He kind of pushed the market down. I think that this was the moment he was actually talking. He was talking over here, pushed the market down. The market got bought right back up after and kind of just stuck around in this area. Eventually sold back down to the south side, but found buying again. But overall, the way we moved today, I think it's going to blow out some shorts. Or get ready to blow out some shorts, I should say, and we should start moving right back to the north side, where more shorts are going to think about re-entering. So watching how QQQ behaves, you're watching how the overnight market over here, we actually ran back to the high side, right back into the day's high, and the QQQ obviously closes at 8 p.m. EST, but we do have our good friends over at Think with Bookmap. So let's go over to Think with Bookmap and see where the futures are right now. Looks like, yeah, we're here, 8 o'clock, and we actually pulled back a little bit. We made a run up, we pulled back, but we're still here. We're still here right now at 442-ish or so, which is not really that big of a pullback, right? After hours, people like Doom Trader, is his name Doom Trader? Doom Lord? I forget what his name was. Doom Lord. I think his name was Doom Lord. He's probably trading this market right now, enjoying that little short move on the market. But I'm thinking we got more upside incoming. If not, then what was that 10 o'clock move? Right, so more downside incoming in that case. So here's the last week low where the stocks actually managed to get back above and stay above it for the most part of the day. If the QQQ actually pulls back into last week's low, finds buying again into this area of $442, I think there's a good long opportunity there for us to go right back up. But if we're not holding 442 on the Qs, then there, my friends, is no long for us at all. So I'm putting 442 as support. No long for us at all if we're not holding 442. I think we're going to have to be patient to actually see some level under 442 to show some clear buying, maybe some capitulation or something like that for us to get interested in. Otherwise, no trade. No trade. Well, at least not to the downside. Sorry, not to the upside. If we are not holding 442, then there could be a short through 442, but I don't want to fight that short with this low here and with that buying coming in there. I'd much rather just wait for that buyers to show up. For me, the shorts really open up under this area, because under that area right there, we got some real downside. Let's go to the yearly chart, show you that. Under that right there, we got some good downside, almost like 1% downside. Ooh, didn't want to do that. Almost like 1% downside over there. 1.3 2% downside if we do get under this low, in my opinion. So watching how the market trades under 439 area. If we get under that, short city, it's on, baby, it's on. So QQQ, S&P 500 are going to be the main focuses tomorrow. Now, that's very rare that you see me say that, because markets haven't been doing anything for the last few days. They've been just kind of chilling out. A lot of people that I know have just been relaxing and just waiting for the market to do something. Today, the market actually did something, but a lot of us were just not expecting that to happen, so we were caught off guard, and no real pullbacks to come into play for the QQQ until over here. When it pulled back into VWAP, I got long over there. It ran up to the upside. Powell started saying some nonsense about the interest rates. The market pulled right back down, and I got out for basically flat, sadly. So that sucked. But overall, pretty good trade opportunity showed up on the pullback. So I want to see if we get another pullback into that same 442 area, seeing buying again. Then we get an opportunity to blast off from there right back into today's high, and then maybe through today's high for another rally on the QQQ, another SPY. And if the markets are rallying, then the only thing you can expect, I guess, is the Magnificent Seven, the big seven, also rallying with them. So right now, Amazon getting above last week's high, which is actually a level that it struggled at for quite some bit. This is all the last week. You see, every time we push into this 182 high, we just get whacked right back to the downside. Whack, 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 whack. But today, After that 10 o'clock number, Amazon actually managed to get above that 182 and stay above that 182 pretty well. You even got a pretty good opportunity right there to get long into that 182 dip and ride it into what today's high of 183 almost. Another opportunity over here later on when the markets pull back and bounced off. Even after the markets pulling back deeply, Amazon's VWAP was right around that 182 area. It pulled back, found support, and rallied off that. So it looks like Amazon finally found some relief over here, ability to maybe rip to the upside, go into the all-time high of I believe 189, 186, 189. There you go. So almost coming into play for that all-time high zone over here on Amazon. We already know Google ripped to a new all-time high not too long ago, and today's move on the market helped Google stay somewhat positive, 0.23% up, and we're looking to see if that recently made new all-time high comes back into play. I said Netflix had an insane move. Look at Netflix over there going right back into last week's high of $634.50. So looking to see if we can get a blast off through that 634.50 on Netflix for a monster opportunity that market would obviously need to blast off too, in my opinion, at the very least. But Netflix over here, not sure if they actually had their own catalyst. Let's go quickly find out if they did. Netflix and Amazon poised to growth as the TV market seen climbing to $44 billion by 2028. That was 9 hours ago. I guess that kind of helped them out today. Either we get a rejection off that high, or we get a breakout of that high and an opportunity to ride that breakout for a momentum ride, and then on a pullback and seeing if that level holds, you get to join it for a swing ride. So good opportunities over there into 634.50 on NFLX. So NFLX over there. Let's go to the next big tech, Nvidia, still hanging out by the 890, 900 area. And if the market can blast off, I think we're going right back above 900. But if the market don't blast off, I think we might see Nvidia kind of teetering around over here. You see how Nvidia is finally pulling back into what looks to be the anchored VWAP from earnings, which we haven't really tested for quite some bit. Whereas Meta, if you pull up Meta, you can see how Meta has been slowly just grinding to the upside off that anchored VWAP for earnings. So kind of what like Nvidia's doing, Nvidia's doing kind of like what Meta's doing, but in a little bit more volatile, a little bit more crazy way, which makes sense. But Nvidia, the lover of the AI sector, did I say lover? The mother of the AI sector, the king of the AI sector, the king of the semiconductor sector, the king of the chip sector, and so on. You might as well call the stock Cheetos at this point because it's flaming hot, boy. Ooh. So watch out how Nvidia moves. Always on the watch list. Watching that 900 area tomorrow if it comes into play. We did show you Meta just a second ago, so let's bring back Meta. Meta charging back right into last week's high, but we got a couple more levels above last week's high, right above over there into $523.57. Last week's high coming in at looks like exactly at $510. That's weird. Yeah, last week's high exactly at $510. So if Meta can push into 510 and actually break out of 510, maybe there's an opportunity over there on that stock. Today is actually a pretty rare watch list for me because usually you don't see these stocks getting colored orange, but look at that. A lot of these stocks are now just getting colored orange, and these ones are kind of just staying put and not really doing anything, although all those stocks have their specific levels already marked out for me and their indicators put into the chart for me. If you want to take a look at that over here, Coinbase, the levels I'm keeping an eye out and so on, but all that depends for like Bitcoin to move around and on the other things to actually happen for me to care about those stocks. I care about my orange labeled stocks more. So we were just talking about Meta. Let's go back to Amazon real quick to see if I want to put some levels on Amazon into my level watch over here. Looks like we're just gonna put that 183 high at the moment on Amazon for watch, 183, which was today. You do have that 180 low, but in technicality, you don't want to see the stock going back under. Is that the right way to say it? Technically, you don't want to see the stock going under 180, 175, 182. If it goes under 180, 175, then it clearly has way too much selling pressure into this high where we keep struggling here. So we got to be careful to look for the longs here. Only long if we're able to get above 183 and show buying above 183 clearly, and if the market's also rallying with it. So watching that one. AMD still in the same previous all-time high area over here of 186 if I remember correctly. It was 185, sorry, 184.92. So right into that 184.92, 185 area, kind of consolidating below the earnings anchored VWAP right now too. Not what you want to see. This is often what you see as trend reversals. This is from our book, from not our book, but from the book Anchored VWAP from Brian Shannon, the Alpha Trends guy. He talks about usually when the anchored VWAPs are steep, it shows you that the trend is getting started and we're still with the trend. But when the anchored VWAPs start going flatter, the trend is either getting ready to change, and you will see that once the stock is actually under that anchored VWAP, and it is. Right now, we do have a beautiful anchored VWAP pinch setup. This setup will give you a breakout of this area or breakout of this area. We've yet to even come and test the anchored VWAP from October 2023. Right? So if we do pull back over here into these areas and bounce from here, that could set up for a good little breakout of this anchored VWAP as a trade for the north side, or a breakout of this one for a trade to the downside. But the way Alpha Trends talks about trading it, you don't take the breakout. No. You let the breakout break out, and after it comes back and tests that anchored VWAP again and shows you support off of it and then bounces off of it one more time, that's when you actually take it and use that low that just got created, that swing low, as your stop, and you ride it to the upside. And same thing over here. If it breaks out to the downside, no. You wait for it to break out, pull back, show you rejection, and then go back. This is where your stop is. This is where you enter. What the hell's in my mouth? All right. So AMD, watching how this stock moves around tomorrow without fail. But I think the more important stock for me is NVIDIA. Let's be real. Micron, that one's a beautiful stock too. Another new all-time high coming into play on Micron. Finally blasting off from the last week high, which I said it looked like it was holding above it pretty well. And it did. So blasting off about it. Now any pullback into this area, it should get respected and find some buying into that zone. So watching how Micron trades right into last week's high. Last but not least, Taiwan Semiconductors. Prayers to everyone in Taiwan, especially the ones impacted by what's going on with that whole earthquake business. I mean, that's insane. 7.5 earthquake, that's wild. I was just watching some videos where this guy's bookshelves were just rattling and stuff was flying off the walls and everything. Photos falling off the walls, cracking windows, buildings literally falling down and ending up on their side. It was wild to see. One of my friends actually in Taiwan. I hope he's safe. And everybody in Taiwan, I hope they're all safe. But prayers to everybody who has been impacted by that natural calamity. Overall, looks like that earthquake was not really in a location where TSM factories are, so TSM not really impacted too hard by that. So TSM, we thought that there could be a trade over here to the downside on TSM, but overall they actually ended up rallying to the upside with the overall semiconductor sector, with the QQQ sectors and so on. So nice little move back up over here on TSM. We'll continue to watch the stock, but like I said, if you want to trade semiconductor stocks, AMD, NVIDIA, those are the stocks with the highest RVOL at the moment in terms of semiconductor stocks. Actually, you might even want to look at Micron. So Micron, AMD, and NVIDIA might be the stocks you want to go play with in terms of semiconductor sector. Intel was a little bit of a catalyst play today in the semiconductor sector. They flushed to the downside. I forget what the news was. I apologize. I forget what the news was on Intel. Maybe one of you guys can remind me. But a nice little move over here, taking out last week's low and flushing below last week's low. Let's see what Intel can do. Maybe we get a pullback into this area and a reject. Intel under 40 can really open up some trade opportunities. So I'm going to put an Intel into my watch list over here real quick. And putting support as 40. Intel under 40 gives you some good shorts. Brown, nope, orange. I hate the color brown. In case you didn't understand, that was a joke. I'm brown myself. Okay, so Intel, looking to see how Intel could trade under $40. I need to grab Intel's ATR, INTC. What is your ATR? $1.20. Oh, $1.50. I was pretty close. I was 30 cents off. I think I deserve an award for that. I deserve a clap. Everybody in chat, put claps in right now. Put claps in chat right now. Let's go take a look at the chat. What's the chat saying today? How did you guys trade today? How's your I can't speak, man. Jeez. How did you guys trade today? How was your day? Hopefully you guys made some millions and profited a ton of money with especially that QQQ long and the NASDAQ long and the S&P 500 long. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. My futures traders, swimmer, and all my other think with Bookmap family in here. I hope you guys clapped it. Swimmer, took you just one day to become a master. Built different, baby. Built different. Look at the Ford breakout. I'm so excited for my long-term swing. No. Prad, look at Ford. Talk about a true breakout. Let's go to 15. No. ES 5280 having some difficulty. ES 5280. S&P 500 futures 5280. 5280. 5280. 5280. 5280 right there. I guess we did get above 5280 to 5285. But today's high was 5280. Was it? Yeah, today's high was 5280.75. We did get above it slightly, but right now we are kind of struggling with it, I guess. We're under 52.76 right now. Sorry, under 52.80 right now. We're at 52.76. Actually, my data is delayed by 15 minutes. I don't pay for data on TradingView, so we might actually have to go back to Think with Bookmap and go check out where the market's actually at. I forget that my data is delayed. So yeah, 52.75, struggling with 52.80. I'm not sure why it would be. There's not much size there, right? Not much size at 52.80, but I guess just passively struggling as we push into that level. Passively struggling as we push into said level for S&P 500 futures. All right, Momo, fine. I don't want to be rude because you are a good friend. I will pull it up. Yeah, that's a pretty good breakout. That's a pretty good move. What's the catalyst? What's the catalyst? I mean, that's a pretty good move. Had I known about this, I think I would have kind of kept this on my watch. I didn't even know that Ford broke out of this little area over here. Look, as you can see, I have these areas mapped out for quite some time now. And I haven't traded this stock since October. Well, that's a lie, because clearly I have some markers over here from February 24. Even if I didn't trade in February 2024, I probably looked at it because Momo made me look at it, right? But overall, I mean, yeah, that's actually interesting, Momo. That's actually pretty interesting. This is pretty cool. This could open up some room to the upside. The fact that we actually broke out of this little range, let me pull out my marker. The fact that we broke out of this range, pulled back, and held for 1, 2, 3 days, and today with the help of the market breaking out, one of my trading friends, and I think I would say my personal good friend also, mentioned that he was trading GM today. And I know GM and Ford kind of trade together in the same tandem fashion. So GM over here kind of doing something similar, breaking out of what looks to be multi-year highs. 2022 high breaking. And we're actually moving up a little bit. Nice little breakout. A little bit of a consolidation. This one looks a little extended compared to Ford, right? Think about Ford over here. Ford actually breaking out and kind of hanging out in this area. GM looks a little overextended. But Ford, oh, I think I remember now. Evan actually told us what it was. Where was it? Right here. All week, yeah, Ford is supposed to come out with their quarterly sales, GM and Ford and Toyota. So GM moving up, Ford moving up. Yeah, nice catch over there. Pretty good move. This could actually give you some good longs into 15, as you said. I mean, I'm not an analyst. I'm not a fortune teller, nor am I a financial advisor. So I cannot advise you to do anything at the end of the day. The disclaimer is right down below. I'm not a financial advisor, but according to technical analysis, looks like there could be some headwind into $14. But if we can clearly get above 14 here, there is some easy moves into what looks to be this $15.42 area on Ford. So keep an eye on it. I think, yeah, Ford just went on my watch list. Ford just went on my watch list. All right, let's keep an eye on this position. I'm looking to see any pullbacks into 13 getting respected if 13 doesn't hold, or even this high of 13.37. So watching that whole 13.50 to 13, I guess not 13.50 because, I mean, the stock's ATR itself is probably 50 cents. So watching 13.25 to $13 as a whole area, and if the stock doesn't defend it, I'm not looking long anymore. But if it does pull back and defend that, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun on Ford over here. technically this should not even pull back all the way down over here. If it does pull back, it should be somewhere into this. Hello? It should be somewhere. Hello? Stop magneting. It should be somewhere over here if it does pull back and bounce off of that. If not, it should go right back into this area, reject off that area a little bit, pull back maybe somewhere into the halfway range of today, maybe into today's VWAP, and then run back up, and that gives you an opportunity to look long. So if we are somewhere here in the pre-market, I'm looking for a pullback into 1350. If we're not in this area in the pre-market, then I'm looking for a pullback into 1325, a pullback into $13 for that long. Let's go grab the ATR for Ford. Congratulations, Momo. You win an award for actually making me put Ford on my watch list. One of the most hated stocks to trade. Congratulations. You win an award for that. You actually win an award for that. I think we should make a special Momo emoji in the chat now. Just use Benzinga. Benzinga for what? For the news? Was I trying to use something else for news and I didn't use Benzinga? You mean that part about losing billions? Honestly, I forget what stock I was talking about, but what stock was losing billions, Swimmer? Maybe I should read the chat more often, huh? 7 billion in chip making unit. Oh, you're talking about chips. Yes. Wait, who's using billions? Who's losing 7 billion in chip making unit? Oh, Intel. Thank you. Right. Intel losing money. That was the catalyst. Yes, Intel losing money was the catalyst. I connected the dots. I got you. All right. Earthquake in Taiwan caused semiconductor companies to raise prices. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. I like the idea, Sean. But I don't know if that's true. I mean, look, the earthquake didn't really hit the TSM factories area that hard. Apparently, according to people who know better about where the earthquake was, right? I didn't do my own research on this, but according to people who know better where Taiwan is and where the factories could be and where the earthquake was, TSM is not in trouble. I'm going to leave it at that. No, it's still below 80. No, it's still below 80. What stock was I talking about for below 80? Was I talking about not Intel, not about Amazon, not about Meta, not about Netflix, not about QQQ. Oh, no, we're talking about the futures over there. Yeah, it's still below 80. Yeah, it was below 80. I had to jog my memory a little bit. So I need to read the chat more. I apologize for my lack of reading chat and having to jog my memory over here. Run down memory lane a little bit. But hey, thank you for everybody in the chat today. Hope you all are enjoying the show so far. If there's any stock you want me to put it in, look out kind of chart for you. Maybe put it in the chat and we'll take a look at it. Not bad for a futures trader, eh? I mean, hey, I never said you were bad. I actually don't know how you trade. I would love to learn more, but I'd love to learn about how everyone trades, so I know exactly how to trade better and exactly how not to do when it comes to listening to the idiots. I will listen to the idiots too, trust me, because they will teach you more about how to be a better trader than the traders who actually make money. Look at a guy who's not making money and don't do what he's doing. Step 1 of day trading. Look at a guy who's not making money and don't do what he's doing. Simple. Yeah, the market's still down below 52.80 over here for the S&P 500 futures. What the hell is that little blue area? Let's see what TTS voice comes out today. I hope it's DJT. Please be DJT. Please be DJT. Please be DJT. Let's see which one it is. But
said hello, chat. Hit that like button.
That's not DJT. That is not DJT. Whoever that was not DJT. I disapprove. Talking about DJT, I mean, there was an interesting article that I read about DJT today. It was from Matt Levine, and he talks about what exactly did he say? I have to jog my memory over here because I was reading it on the way home on the bus and so on. He said something about, you know, I remember now. Yes, he said, DJT is technically a meme coin. He should have basically just made a meme coin on the crypto market, called it DJT. People would have invested in it, and he would own 95% of it instead of 56%, which is what he owns right now of DJT. He would own 95 whatever percent of it, and then he could sell it whenever he wants to make money. People would still buy it, people would still trade it, because obviously cryptocurrencies, DJT and everything, and that would help his funding. But instead, he went this route because he knows that a lot of his older money, where people actually have the big bucks, they might not put it into a DJT meme coin, shit coin, because they know they might get rugged. But if you wrap it in a nice little bubble wrap in a gift, you put this meme coin with you tie it up with some sort of a bullshit company called Truth Social Media, where they don't even make money, but who cares if they make money or they don't make money? It's a bullshit company. It's just there for a placeholder, but in reality, all it is a shitcoin. All it is a shitcoin used to give DJT himself some money to float around, to fly around in between states for his campaigning, for his trips to the UFC games to sit beside Dana White and so on. So exactly what I was thinking was DJT was just worded in a way better way in this article from Matt Levine. So hey, shitcoin, this is exactly what it is. So DJT, you gotta be ready for whenever this shitcoin gets rug pulled, gets memed on, and if it gets get bought up again. Do we see those Trump lovers kind of pouring their money back in here like they did back in the DWAC days, especially when Trump is getting ready to win the presidency again? So DJT always on watch. The volume, as I mentioned, drastically dropping down. We're well below the 20 period moving average, which is at 10 million. We traded 5 million today. Same thing with RDDT, volume drastically dropping down, and so is the RVol, so is the ATR, the average true range. So because of that, not really as much of an importance for me to keep watching these stocks. But remember that 45 area on Reddit, that Reddit area 45 to 44, I mean, it keeps giving you opportunities. You gotta just be patient. Here we go, right back into that level most likely tomorrow. Now, if we get under 45 and under 44 properly tomorrow, that opens up some big short opportunities. But if we don't get under that and we bounce off that again, another big long opportunity, another one, run it back turbo. So we're watching to see how that $10, that $44 area, that $45 area ends up setting up on the way to the downside on RDDT. Last but not least, EDR for the important stocks of the day tomorrow. EDR, let me color that orange. Nice little breakout above last week's high. Yesterday, late in the afternoon, it came out that they're going to get bought out for $27.50 from Silver Lake. Silver Lake is already owns 30% of Endeavor, but we feel like, we being me and a couple of my friends, even Matt Levine actually said something about the stock in his report. He said the stock's $27.50 price could be a little bit, undercut. They could go for a higher bid, which means the stock has maybe more upside if they get a higher bid in the future, right? So watching how the stock trades for the next few days, big volume spikes on yesterday, big volume today too, monster trading opportunity today. I mean, if you were watching this stock above 26, it was just free money. Although I was long right here at 24.95, I did not add above 26 because I'm an idiot, but free money all day on this position today. I would love to see if that free money opportunity shows up tomorrow again on EDR. I actually said this was the last stock, but I forgot we have one more stock to talk about before we talk about the earnings stocks for tomorrow. It's going to be Disney. Disney proxy fight ending. Looks like Bob Iger wins. Nelson Peltz loses. The board is back in play. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. The boys are in the hood. The boys are in the hood. So we're going to wait and see how they ruckus up the the trade, how they cause ruckus on the market once the boys are back in the town, the boys are back in the hood over here, to see what type of opportunities show up to the downside, to the upside, what exactly happens. Right now, we do have that last week's low right into 116, 117. I'll be watching that. If we get under that, I think that opens up room for the downside over here. But if we don't get under last week's low, then I think the stock is just kind of range bound in this area a little bit more. And in that case, I'm just going to be hands off on Disney. So watching how Disney sets up for tomorrow also. Now, I know I said Disney's the last one, but I forgot to mention Play. I was so wrong about this one, guys. I'll admit it. I'll admit it when Prastradamus fails, right? I thought the stock report was absolutely fugazi. Bullshit, right? They were fluffing the numbers with that report. But overall, I mean, buying came in above that 67 area. Surprisingly enough, buying showed up above 67 every time we stuffed to the downside. So shout out to this stock. I mean, I told myself the only way I'm shorting it is if we're rejecting 67, and I still shorted this stock, and it was my worst trade on the day. I don't know why I did it. I have no clue. I was so confident that the report was bullshit that I just kept forcing that short. My worst trade on the day today. Thankfully, I didn't lose much on this, but my worst trade on the day today. I said 67, under, short. We weren't under 67. Guess what? You don't short it, dummy. You don't short it. Overall, beautiful move to the upside on Play, and big volume too on the volume candle. So it was on the RVol scanners. It popped up on my watch list multiple times on my trade idea scanners and so on. So pretty good trade to the upside, just not for me because I kept shorting it. Now, actually, the last stock over here, we're done. We got two more positions to just quickly show, which is we have. I think it's LW. Yeah, LW Lamb Weston. No clue what they do at all, but based on my research, they have decent volume and look like they're in a decent area for us to keep an eye on. And RPM, a stock that I don't remember ever trading, but apparently I have it charted at some point in my life before. For some reason, I have it charted right here, and ever since then, I don't think I've ever traded the stock ever again. This was in September 2023. I'm guessing right for this earnings period, I might have charted it. Overall, the stock is right into the all-time high area as its earnings report comes out tomorrow pre-market. So pretty interesting opportunities might open up. The stock doesn't really do too much volume, but looks like on earnings days, it does bring in about 2 million, 3 million shares. So if that's the case, if we do pop right back into this area on a positive report, and we do see some extra RVol, a nice move above that all-time high for a breakout and a continuation above that all-time high, and even a reversal right back through that all-time high for a downside move is also something to keep an eye out for. So right now 120.74, I'm gonna say 121. Actually, I'll put in 120.75 to 121 as my resistance to see how the stock trades on a positive report to the upside. And on negative report, I possibly don't give a shit about it if it does report negative. I think we might see the stock dropping down over here. If it reports negative, I might just go trade some other large cap position like a Magnificent 7 or something, because I don't really care about it to the downside. I don't want to look for the dips. I don't care about the shorts. I'm just going to go look for something else unless it trades properly under this 117.50 area, which is where the 50 period EMA is. The 100 period EMA is at 109. So if we do successfully show me sellers under 117.50, then I might think about, okay, there could be some shorts over here to kind of get ready on that negative earnings report and so on. Until then, no real trade. RPM, and then LW. LW, a little bit of a less boring stock. It's kind of into this all-time high area also, but you can see how we've kind of consolidated in this area for quite some time now, multiple months. Here's the all-time high, not that far out. The stock does a little bit better volume than RPM, so that's a good thing, but not really too exciting of a move, and especially on the day before earnings, you're flushing like that. Maybe somebody knows something, so waiting to see how the stock sets up on the report to the downside, on the report to the upside, and on the report to the upside. So those are the three orange line areas that I'll be watching. Shorts under 98.50, possible shorts at 112, maybe longs above 112 if you see clear buyings for a possible move into what's the all-time high, 117.38. So those are LW, and we're done. Ta-da! All right. Now let's go talk about the DD that we had to do about DXYZ. I see Sean saying that DXYZ that you spoke about yesterday went cray. You know it, boy. I don't do nothing but bad calls. Now, that play might have been a bad call. Well, I don't do nothing but bad calls. Wait, I have no bad calls. I don't do nothing but bad calls. That means I do only bad calls. What the hell am I saying? I do no bad calls. You know who it is. Pressrodamus in the house, baby. This ETF is very exciting. Look, my dad had a monster trade on DXYZ today. I'm pretty happy for him. Even Dieter had a pretty good trade off of DXYZ today. So hopefully all of us get to join that party. I want to join that party, so I want to do more research on it. This research comes from somebody on Reddit who posted it. His name is Body Work Throwaway. All right, so let's go do some reading over it. This is actually a lot to read, I'll be honest with you. So you know what my lazy ass is gonna do? Yeah, I'm lazy. All right, DXYZ operates like an ETF owning shares of 23 privately held companies. We know that already. It provides access to non-publicly listed companies offering exposure beyond traditional investments. We know that one already. Market cap reflects what the market is willing to pay, often based on future potential rather than... Are you just telling me what market cap is? Okay. NAV, net asset value, is calculated by adding up holdings market values, but for DXYZ this is challenging due to private holdings. Exactly. DXYZ makes money through a 2.5% management fee but doesn't directly benefit from share purchases. Okay. The recent volatility in DXYZ price reflects supply and demand dynamics exasperated. Is that how you say? Exasperated by limited shares available. Options trading typically begins a few days after listing, but high volatility may lead to expensive options. So tomorrow, options actually might be available for this stock. So options opening up. You know how the crazy DD on Reddit is gonna go off. You might see some crazy moves coming in on DXYZ very, very soon. That's gonna, tomorrow. You might see the stock go crazy tomorrow if the options are going live tomorrow. So be ready for that. The true net asset value of DXYZ is hard to determine, but the trading above net asset value is expected due to the exclusivity of its holdings. Exactly. DXYZ presents a speculative investment opportunity driven by the hype and demand for access to otherwise inaccessible companies. Investors should be aware of the significant premium currently attached to DXYZ price compared to its underlying holdings. Now, that last statement is exactly what I said to Dieter today in my Discord chat. So if you're not in the Discord chat, you're missing out on amazing conversations over there. What did I tell Dieter? DXYZ is actually trading maybe at like a really high premium compared to its holdings. The stock, off the IPO till now, tripled its value, quadrupled its value, but did the stocks inside the ETF itself do that, right? I don't think SpaceX went up 3 times evaluation in 4 days. I don't think OpenAI did that. I don't think Epic Games did that. If anything, Epic Games probably going down in valuation. Ever since Fortnite, they've been downhill. So I don't really see this as a great investment opportunity just yet. But if it does pull back here in these prices, Daddy Praddy is buying that stock. Hell yeah, I'm buying this position over here in these prices. So I'm waiting for this one for like putting into my long term or any other better trade ideas over here. But for a day trade, do we really care about evaluation and all that stuff? Is there volume? Right now, no. But once volume shows up, do we get some good spread? Is there a decent spread to play with? Because if there is no good spread to play with, I'm not taking breakouts. There's no way in hell I'm taking breakouts, because there's a good chance that I could take the breakout over here and the bid is probably $2 under. I'm instantly down, $2,000, $200, $500, whatever the size I take. I'm instantly down that much money just based on the spread itself. I'm not risking that. So if the breakout happens, awesome. I'll let it happen. But on the pullbacks, on those breakouts, if there's buying, I'll get in on those buyings after, giving me an opportunity to give that nice tight risk afterwards. So DXYZ, I think options open up tomorrow. I'm very interested. For those of you who actually want to do this DD, read the stock a little bit more for yourself, go check it out and read it on this one. Do more research. The problem with DXYZ, in my opinion, honestly, there is no problem. But the problem with DXYZ, in my opinion, is we don't know how many shares of SpaceX they actually own. We know they own 23 companies. Out of 100 that they plan to own, we know that SpaceX is about 34 to 36% of that portfolio. But how many shares is that? Is that just one share of SpaceX? And that one share of SpaceX is now 34% of your portfolio? Does that mean you own less than one share of OpenAI and less than one share of Epic Games and less than one share of all these other 20 companies that you have? Right? So that's not a good look. That's not a good look at all. You want to see exactly how much they have. If they have a substantial amount of SpaceX, then that kind of makes this game even better for DXYZ, because you're technically owning a percentage of SpaceX. Anytime you put $100 into DXYZ, $34 out of that 100 is being invested into SpaceX technically, right? So in that type of ideology, you can kind of piggyback this ETF to invest in SpaceX, especially anytime they come out with another major leap and bounds in terms of their innovations and what they're doing in the space industry and so on. You know, they just keep on rising, keep on innovating. Starlink getting better and better every single day, at least I hope. I don't know, but Starlink getting better would be a good catalyst. Them creating that Mars ship would be a good catalyst. Them being able to actually successfully land a craft on Mars would be a big catalyst. All those big events will obviously take SpaceX evaluation only higher and higher. So DXYZ, very interesting position. Very interesting. Epic Games, not that interesting. I think Epic Games has only been eating ass ever since they came out. Smells like a little Ark. Why are you such a little hater, Swimmer? Swimmer is just a hater. Similar to El Oso. Oh, you guys are momentum trading that. Okay, I like that. Ford closed after market at 1376. A 10-cent move like that is usually unusual for it on top of things. Okay, I like that. DXYZ. Yeah, Prad Lee, says Ron Miller. What's up, Ron? How you doing, brother? This is a demand-driven, not profits-driven. That's true. It is very much demand-driven right now. I mean, with options coming up, there's going to be a lot more demand behind this. I wouldn't trade this dollar cost averaging all the way. This one, says Angry Buddha. That's also a pretty good point that Buddha brought up. I mean, dollar cost averaging something as big of an ETF as this would not probably be a bad idea. I told my dad I could see DXYZ at a QQQ level in the next 5 years. I could be wrong, right? I've been wrong before, but I could see this ETF being like a QQQ level ETF in the next 5 years, next 10 years, and especially if it starts catching some traction. So I'll be watching it like a hawk without a doubt. Whole thing stinks, but it will probably go up. Fool's rush is where angels fear to tread. Swimmer calling himself an angel because this is a fool. I like it. I like it, Swimmer. Swimmer swimming in money in the futures market. Hey, listen. Not everyone can be you, okay? Some of us, normies, like shitty stocks. That being said, I never really liked ARK. Where is ARK these days? I guess it made somewhat of a recovery. Somewhat of a recovery with the market going back up, but not going back to its heyday, is it? Not going back to its heyday. Yeah, I'm interested to see how DXYZ sets up. Very, very interesting ETF. Never has this type of opportunity ever shown up on the market for retail traders like that. So pretty interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that right there was our watch list for tomorrow. So thank you for sticking around. Thank you for hanging by, talking shop, talking stocks. let me quickly talk about the economic calendar before I forget about it. The economic calendar for tomorrow is a little bit lighter than how it looked today. Today was a lot busier with a lot of Fed members on the microphone, with the PMI numbers coming out and so on. Tomorrow we have only one thing coming out at 8:30. It's going to be the jobless numbers. We do have export and import numbers too, but the jobless numbers, a 3-star at 8:30 tomorrow. Keep an eye out for that one. We do have Fed members still coming out, but the one's at 12:15, the other one's at 2 o'clock, so a little bit spread apart. Well, maybe there's another one at 12:45, but 1-star, 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 basically. Maybe not voting members, maybe not really a event that they're going to talk about the market too much, so not really a big significant event over there. Atlanta Fed GDP numbers at 12:30. If that comes out as a surprise, that could move the market too, so make sure you're keeping a track at the economic calendar. And you know, I do my job of showing you the economic calendar every day, but make sure you're looking at it, especially in the pre-market, so you know when the numbers are coming out and you're staying aware for those time periods. Now, movie time. I have a special movie time for us. Today's movie is not on YouTube, it is on X, where we're actually streaming right now, and 45 people are watching. Hello, everyone watching me on Twitter, on X. If you're typing something in the chat there, I actually don't have that chat open. I apologize for that, but thankfully no one said anything there, so I didn't miss anything. All right, awesome. Let's go back to, that's not where I want this. No, I want you here. All right, let's go to our movie time. Where's movie time? Movie time, movie time. There we go. For that, we're going to pause our music first. Thank you, Dieter, for the awesome music, brother. This music has been lovely. Dieter, everyone give it up for Dieter. Sorry, I have a life, Prad. What? I see it in this chat. But I don't see it in this one. And this one's supposed to show me fan funding. There we go. Now I see it. It just glitched out. Awesome. Thank you, Ani, for the $2 super chat. You're not allowed to have a life. You're a TraderPrad moderator. You're not allowed to have a life. And you're also late. So you remember what I said, anytime you're late, your donation fee go up by another $2. So you now owe me another $2 super chat. You can pay me whenever you want. But you're late. You don't have a late slip. However, you know what? We'll give you a pass this time, because you did tell me that you weren't going to show up to the stream today, but you still showed up. So we'll give you a pass this time. Next time you're late, it's $4. All right, movie time with Michael Noss, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who don't know, Michael Noss is an absolute legend, a freaking legend. He's a beauty. That's all you need to know. He's a beauty. He's the guy who helps me with everything with trade ideas. Anytime I need help with trade ideas, I message him, instantly replies to me, helps me out. He has amazing content on YouTube and on Twitter. Amazing content. Go check him out. That's his Twitter handle right there, at Michael Noss CMT. Amazing dude. He actually posted a video today about opening range breakouts, a strategy that I love very, very much. So he's going to talk about how to trade them better, how to maybe spot them better. So I'm very interested in that. I wish he told me he was making this video so I could have jumped in the video with him. But hey, we missed out on it. Maybe the next time. He's actually supposed to be on our stream. He's actually supposed to be on our stream as a guest host for one of these days. We just haven't made that time yet. But when we do, we'll get that one ready. So why don't we watch this movie over here? Let me get some water in me, and we'll start this movie. Volume controls. Water. Agua. All right, before I go deaf, let me turn the down on my headphones.
It's all about opening range breakouts and how this could help your trading. We're going to go into trade ideas, and I'm going to show you how I built the settings for this exact study into that system. I will share the link for this scanner over on my Substack. So if you go to statsedgetrading.com, you can sign up for the email list there. You can go to my Substack and check that out. Also, while you're there, I have a completely free trading course. If you're new to trading and you want to learn more about it, you can go check that out. If you're a little bit more advanced but you want help building a trading plan, I have a course that will help you build a trading plan that's based entirely on your goals, your time frame, when you can trade, what you can trade, all of that stuff. You'll build a trading plan. By the end of it, you'll have a PDF that tells you when to enter, when to exit, why. Again, that you have built yourself and customized.
This guy's a beauty.
Exactly
I'm telling you.
for you. But without further ado, let's get into the study right here. First of all, a shout out to the person who made it. Where was that? I am going to butcher this. Concentrum research. Put out
Concretum?
this study a long time ago.
Concretum research.
February. Well, I guess not
There's
that
no
long. And this was sent to me to take a look at.
Yeah, it's not
what do you think of
concentrum
all
and
this kind of
concretum.
stuff. And this is what we ended up getting right here. We have this chart on the opening range breakout.
Now, for those of
strategy
you
in
who
black.
know already, we talked about the study. We actually had the study on our stream. We dived deeper into this. We actually made the scanner exactly based on this study, and we use it. So
Base
he's
version
talking
of it,
about that study
versus
right
the
now,
S&P 500
and then he's gonna
versus an
dive
opening
into the
range breakout
scanner,
with
which we
relative
already
volume.
have built.
So
But I want to
pulled
see
some
if
out
he
of the
did anything
study. I will
different.
link the study down below if you're interested in reading it. It will be linked in my Substack as well if you want to read the whole thing and get all the exact rules. I'm just condensing this down for time, but I do think it was really good work that they did. What is an opening range breakout? So the idea is that you have the open of a stock, you have the opening range that's put in whatever time frame you pick. They found that 5-minute was the most conducive, and I have a chart for that later. But you just mark the high and then you mark the low. The idea is that you're looking to break higher to buy that opening range, or break lower and you're looking to short that opening range. And then what happens if you do that, with some rules attached to it? And this is what the study talks about. Here's just an example. This would be a long setup. You have the first 5 minutes, sets an opening range. On the next candle, it breaks out, and then on the next
Pretty
candle, it
simple,
breaks
right?
down. It doesn't
Pretty
have to be
simple.
the next candle. That's just the chart they had for explanation here. Here is an example trade where you have the first 5 minutes. The low is this line, this dotted line right here, and it's the low of this candle that you can see right here, and they short. But you cannot do a trading test like this without a stop loss and a profit target. What they did for a stop loss was 10% of the ATR. So ATR stands for average true range, and all it basically means is how much does a stock normally move in a day? Let's take 10% of that, and that's going to be our stop loss. So what I think is happening here is you're getting this opening move one way or the other. And if the stock is going to break and go cleanly, you're going to get a trend all day. If not, you're going to get stopped out for a small loss. I think the power of this strategy isn't so much in its insane predictive power. It's the fact that you can have these opening range breaks that just tank all day, kind of as you see here. And your stop loss is very, very tight. In this case, the stop loss was this dotted line right here. Just like a lot of strategies out there, a lot of trend following strategies, the power is simply in the fact that when you're wrong small. When you're right, every now and then you're going to have a trade that just blows completely out of the water and makes a whole bunch of money. That's the idea that I'm seeing here. Here are the basic rules that we're going to put into trade ideas. Again, all of these were pulled from the study. Price has to be over $5 a share. The average trading volume.
So he basically just did the exact same thing I did, but I kind of
more than 50 cents, meaning the stock has
made a couple changes to my scanner to filter out the shitty stocks that I don't want to trade.
What's the point, you know? That first black line that I showed that wasn't very good, that was just taking all of these opening range breaks, and that didn't work very well. So what they did is they went and they looked at relative volume. They said the higher the relative volume, generally speaking, the better. And this is what you want to see in a comparative bar graph like this. This is a robust indicator, which means that the higher you went, generally the better. A little dip right here, but you know, as soon as you got into the really high relative volume range, that ended up
So I
being
actually
the
scan
best
for stocks
to
above
take the trades.
3
That's
or
what you wanna
5
see.
RVOL. It depends on the
The
day.
higher the bar
Sometimes I
chart,
move it down to
the
3.
more
Sometimes I
money
move it up to
on
5.
average
Depends on the
was
time
made
of
per
day.
trade
Depends on the day
compared to its
itself.
risk. Nice push here to the right hand side. Again, this is exactly what you want to see. So meaning adding relative volume counts. Now they added relative volume in a way that just showing, you know, show me the top 20 relative volume names in the day. That's going to be a little bit hard to do real time. That's kind of my only gripe with this individual name, is knowing what those highest relative volume ones were in advance. But what we're going to do in trade ideas is we're going to look at really high relative volume names and go from there. So again, back to this example, you can see that the line that barely does anything, this is without relative volume, and the line up there, that's with relative volume. There's a great takeaway, I think, just in this chart alone, ignoring the opening range breakout side of things, is that if you're going to day trading things with higher relative volume, you're going to get more movement. That movement is going to translate to more profits. One thing that Trade Ideas does
More profits, more
very
profits.
well is we study relative volume to make sure that everything we're trading, everything our AI is looking at, for example, are high relative volume plays, because even if the win rate doesn't end up being the best, the fact that you get these blowout trades every now and then is really what makes up for that graph. So, right here, for example, this could have been a handful of trades that just really went well. And same right here, a handful of trades that really went well. And this is from 2016 until the end of 2023, I believe. Now, chart here is just looking at the different opening range breaks, right? So the blue is the 5-minute, and then this orange right here is a 15-minute opening range break. And then the line right here is the 30-minute, and then the 60-minute. So it seems like 5 and 15-minute work the best. That makes sense because you get most of the movement in the morning, and then things kind of die down. So a 60-minute opening range break, it makes sense to me. It doesn't perform very well because, again, everything's kind of just, taken out, and there's your action for the day, and now the market's just kind of basing. Again, shout out to these guys, link in the description below. This will all be put in here, but let's pop into Trade Ideas and let's just grab the scan. I'm just going to go through and show you guys how I set up the scanner. Again, the link will be on the Substack, or you can just hit me up on Twitter or something. I'm sure I can get it to you.
The fudge is this? Michael, mine doesn't look like that. Michael Noss always gatekeeping stuff from me, bro. Michael Noss, why are you gatekeeping this? Mine doesn't look like that. I'm about to send this guy a message, dude.
Build this in Trade Ideas is really simple. And the beauty of it is we've had this scan forever. This is just a lot of data that backs up the idea. What I do is you go in, you search when you create a new window, and you can just type things. So if I type in opening range, you can see all of the, I have to spell it right. You can see all the different opening ranges that are right.
I've played with all that settings, trust me.
That's what the study
I played with all those settings.
Opening range, 5-minute break, you can see happening kind of right in this area. So I'm just clicking these two, opening range breakout and opening range breakdown. Now we go over here, we can see the price, $5 a share, like it said in the study. Average of daily volume, they had 14 days. We'll use 10. It's just going to be a rounding error of 1 million shares. And then average true range is 0.5. Now I put a relative.
Hey, he did 5 too. Hey, look at that. I did that too.
Volume needs to be occurring.
Okay, now he's stealing my damn scanner.
You can up this if you want less.
He's stealing my goddamn scanner. He's telling everybody in the world about it. I guess I told everybody in the world about it too, but I just don't have as many viewers. But he's telling the whole world about it.
Would have come through today. For me, I would kind of stop trading this after, say, the first hour or so of the day.
I wouldn't trade it after 11 o'clock. Like, honestly, after 11 o'clock, the strategy is done. Done. You're looking for other strategies.
Now, what I've done is I've added to this scan what the average true range is, because it's simply 10% of that. So that makes our calculation on how to trade it really simple, because, again, I highly believe that the outcome of this strategy is so good because of the low risk reward. So let's just draw in some lines here to show you guys what the trades would have been like. First, we have the low of that candle. So this first candle is that 5-minute opening range. You can see the price that this came out was right here. So it's 57.92, the symbol that gave it to you. So it's right as it breaks this low of the day. Now it comes through and it says $8, that's the ATR. So we want 10% of that. So roughly we want 80 cents. So it's giving to us about $58, give or take. So 58.80 is going to be our stop loss. Let's just say right up in this area right there. Here's your trigger. There's your stop loss. The sell is at the end of the day. And that would happen right here. So 48.50. So you're talking, you made $10 a share, risking $1 a share. That's an
You
amazing
risk
trade
$2
on this particular name.
Technically, you're giving it up to
Again,
$60.
It's a great, you know, if you
You
took
don't
10
want it to
trades
go into
today
60 and then
9 stopped
take you
out
out.
and
So
held
you're
this
giving up
one,
60, you're
that's
giving
great.
it about
That's exactly what you
$2,
wanna
and you
see.
get about
How
10.
would I
So good
kinda tweak
$8
this
trade over
strategy,
there.
knowing that paper trading to real life, it's a little bit different, and back testing to real life is a little bit different as well. Well, first of all, me personally, I'd probably crank up the relative volume a little bit higher, depending on what you want to see. But also, I would make sure that you're evaluating the higher time frame chart. This is something that's very hard to
Very,
quantify,
very
but
important.
you can go
Very
here
important
the
to look at the
daily
higher
chart.
time
This
frame
one, for
chart,
example,
because if
is
the stock,
TJP.
maybe I should let
It
him finish,
gapped
but
up.
if the stock is like, you know, stuck in a goddamn range for years and weeks or months or whatever time frame it is on the daily time, and you're looking to take the stupid opening range break into the range, that's kind of not the best trade over there. But if it's like breaking down from a significant low or breaking out from a significant high, that makes it even better.
Up huge, and then it was looking like it was closing that gap. Very volatile type name, so it didn't shock me that this one kind of fell apart entirely and pushed to new lows. But if you're having a stock that's really strong and hitting new highs, and then it comes out in the short list, maybe you want to remove that as well. Maybe you want to add filters where you want, you know, the daily chart to be overbought or oversold or something like that. I would tweak this scan, not by tweaking the entry and the stop loss, because I think that's, again, the power of this is looking for that entry and looking for that stop loss. What I would tweak personally is I would tweak the selection.
My nose is
So
sore,
you're
chat.
not getting 100 symbols a day. You're getting, you know, 4 or 5.
That's
and
weird.
You're adding filters based off what's happening on the daily chart with position and ranges and things like this, just to make sure that you're looking at names that are filtered a little bit, names that you would like. You could also feed this scan your own list. For example, if you wanted to scan the night before and there's a handful of names that you thought would do really, really well, or if you're scanning in the morning and you're seeing a lot of names that you think could
See
move
also
based off
ACD
news
method. What's
catalysts or
that?
something like that. You
Maybe we could
put
save that for the
symbol
next
list
stream.
into this scan and have it spit those out for you. So it's the longer term time horizon that I would use to help filter this down and hopefully increase results, knowing that you should be doing at least as well as that study showed. That's what I would do. That is what I saw from this study. If you want me to review more studies, whether they're day trading or investing or long-term studies, let me know. I'll take a look at them. If there are things that I can test myself that I feel comfortable doing it, I will go and
I will
test
let
them
you know.
myself
Trust
and
me.
bring all
I
of
got
that
your
information
DMs.
to you. As always, you know, give it a like, give it a share, give it a comment. The algorithm loves that stuff. Thank you guys very much for watching. Go to statstrading.com and sign up for all the stuff there. And
Give
I
it a
will talk to you
like.
soon.
I gave it a comment. I'm done my job. Now go do your job, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a like, give me a comment, and all that fun stuff. But that's pretty much all she wrote for today's stream. That's everything, the trade market talk that we had to do for today. But there's one last thing left on the day here. One last thing left on the day. So let me log in real quick. Let me log in. And you know, we can't go to bed until we get a dub. Right? You know we can't go to bed until we get a dub. So let's get the party started here, chat. Before we do that, we gotta get Dieter back in our ears. Next song. Oh. I got my bass face on. Even though this is not bass. Alright, you guys ready? Prad Magnuson's in the house. Grandmaster Prad Magnuson's in the house. Alright? Let's get ready for this. I'm scared, chat. Alright, let's do it. Oh shit, I'm black. No, you fucked up. Huh. I win. Chat, I'm about to beat her in 3 steps, chat. I'm not about to bed. This is gonna be insane. She doesn't know what she's gonna do. She's about to quit. She's about to quit. You're done, girl. Get out of here. She's about to quit. Does she do anything? No, she's about to quit. Grandmaster Prad. Grandmaster Prad. I'm about to 3-step her. Resign. Resign so I can go to bed. It's all because I put Diter's beat in my head. That's it. She's done. She messed up. She wanted to do what I did, and she messed up. And now she doesn't know what to do. Are you really gonna make me sit here for 10 minutes? You're kidding me. You're not gonna make me sit here for 9 minutes because you messed up. Come on, Anna. Yo. Anna, there's a resign button down here. You can hit that and I'll win 63 points. Come on, Anna. Give your man the dub. Is she really not gonna make a move here? I bet you she just closed the app on her phone or just closed the browser, whatever it is, and just closed the game. I bet you she did that. Tilted. She's tilted. Come on, let me 3-move you. Do something. She's gonna make me waste 8 minutes, chat. Oh my god. Oh, she did a move. Oh, wow. That's actually a pretty smart move. Okay. 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 I'm just gonna run her timeout. I'm just gonna run her timeout, aren't I? The way she's playing, she's gonna lose on time. And I'm getting too overconfident that I'm gonna end up probably losing all my pieces. Aren't I? Alright guys, focus. This is just like trading, okay? You can't get overexcited just because you were in a good position, because a good position could get screwed up, okay? This is why we had our cam moved. You're right, let's move the cam again. Group webcam, move that over here. We'll put this over here actually on the other end. Okay, she did something. She did that. The fuck is this, Indian music? I feel like I'm in a Dune movie or something. Okay, this game got a little interesting. I almost 3-pieced her, but she seems to be smarter than she is. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know what to do here, chat. I could put him in check, but then he'll just take my horsey. I don't want my horsey to die. I could take this for free, and I don't get no penalty from that, so I'll take that. I'm not gonna look at chat because I don't want to cheat. Okay, I don't want to cheat. I want to get better about myself, but I see people in the chat helping me. I appreciate it. Oh shit! I thought I had that for free. Fuck. Huh? I'm gonna lose this game. Whee! I can't go to bed. Whee! Now I just gotta play faster than her so I can grind her timeout. What'd you take, bitch? I don't mean that in a derogatory term, guys. Fuck it. This is a 100% DMC strike. Dieter's trying to get me DMCA. Oh my god, I'm so fucked. Losing pieces left and right here, dude. Losing pieces left and right here. This sounds familiar, Prad. Shut up. Oh no, what am I doing? Now I gotta surrender. Damn, she has the mid perfectly, dude. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Fuck! Ah! Take the middle. Oh no, he's gone. Oh, thank God. Goal number one, take the middle. We're gonna be here a while, chat. Get ready for it. Yesterday we might have gotten lucky in round 3, but we're gonna be here a while tonight. I can feel it. It's gonna be a long night in Praddy Daddy's stream. Oh, you thought you're the only one who can bring out your Hoshi's, cuh? I got my Hoshi's too. No, 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 no. Why did I do that? 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 I do first, think after. No, Prad. Think first, do after. Think first, think first. Make him back up. Good boy. A really good way to learn is learning an opening and how to play it well, Prad. You're right. I just don't know how to do that. I will be doing that though. That's in the playbook. That's in the plan. We will be learning how to do all that. But he's gonna take that then. You know what? I do want him to take that. I want you to take that. Ha, we're even, bitch. Alright, she's up one now. Okay. It feels like he has more pieces. That's because he does. He has one more piece than me. I just don't know what I need to do here. I don't know what I need to do here. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. But what can I do with what I have? What can I do with what I have? I need to set up something. For that, do I start bringing the queen out? Or do I start using this guy? We don't have much time. We gotta make decisions, Prad. Come on. No. He just did the castle move. Okay, pussy. Oh, I don't want to do that. I will do that. So if he comes for me there, I'll take him. And if he doesn't, then I could go for... Okay, you go there. I can't take this because you will take me. You're just tantalizing me with that one. I know what you're doing. I see what you're doing, and you cannot do that to me. Alright? I can put him in check here, but I have no defense for that horsey, and the horsey will just die. The horsey will die. The horsey will die. I take that, my queen dies. Let's just bring this guy out a bit. Bishop will protect it? Who, my guy? Oh yeah, the bishop. Oh no. Did I just lose that piece for no reason? Fuck, I have no defense for that piece either. Ole! If I put him in check there, I can't really do much because he'll just take my piece. I don't have my horsey to defend it yet. Ooh. Ooh. You rat bastard. What can you take? Nothing. So you have to move your piece. You have to move your piece. Okay. So you're just gonna be a bitch like that the whole game? What now? Oh, you're gonna take my queen now. I should have moved him closer to the queen. This is another loss, chat. Another loss. How is this guy better than me? He's like 615, the same rank as me. How's he whooping my ass right now? I basically can't win anymore, can I? He's up 10. Do I just throw the game, chat? I think we just resign here. You destroyed your structure on your own. Yeah, no shit. No shit. I don't know what I'm doing. I just know how the pieces move. I don't know any of the like the main game plan. I don't know the openers. I don't know the midday game plan. I just do shit. How do I clear drawings, chat? Do you guys know how to clear drawings? That's what I thought. Pussy. Huh? Okay. Huh? Huh? Okay, at least we were not that bad. At least I'm not that bad. Like, you saw what happened there? I'm not that bad. I want a real win, dude. I want a real win. But we'll take that win. We'll take that win, but I want a real win. Not the worst trophy, yeah. Stop with that queen shit and move the pot. Watch this, watch this. Just watch this. Watch and learn, okay? Back that ass up or take me. What are you gonna do? Take me or back that ass up. Come on, Mexico. GG, buddy. Oh, it's not. Not yet. Not yet. He kind of did block me here by doing that. You rat bastard. This rat bastard got me. Alright, you know what? Fuck you, buddy. Do some. Come on, Mexico. With your one bar, no internet having ass. Buddy's playing out of a McDonald's right now. What do I want to do? He kind of blocked me. I'll lose my horse if I don't move it. If I go here, I'll lose my horse. 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 So the end result is I lose my horse no matter what. So I might as well take the most valuable piece that I can, which is this. And if I don't move my horse, I'll lose it anyways. So I'll take it. Do your thing. Alright, thank you. Okay. Now what do I need to do? I'll move this guy up there. Block that spot. Wait. 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 I just lost the bishop for no reason. Why did I do that? Man. No. Did I just throw another game? I just threw another game. I'm not gonna get to Grandmaster like this. You know what? Maybe we should learn or play some puzzles after this to get better instead. Let me go backwards, please, please. Oh, fuck me. Why did I do that? Winnable. Winnable, winnable, winnable. Winnable. Shut up. I see what you're saying. It's winnable. I don't want to hear it. This is still winnable. Actually bad, but you'll get better. Woo! We got a dub, chat. That's all. The only thing that matters. We got a dub, okay? Screw you guys. We got a dub. Let's go do a puzzle. What's this puzzle? Train me. Okay. White to move. I'm not checked. Huh? Wait, what? White to move. Not supposed to take that? Why? Because he can just take my queen, so I'm risking my queen by taking that? Okay. So what am I supposed to do then? Okay. Can't move him, can't move him, can't move him. What am I supposed to do? Oh, do I check his king instead? But my king's... Oh yeah, my king's not in check. No? Oh yeah, because the horse will get taken if I check his king. F2 to F7. F2 to F7. Why? What? Why? How is that a checkmate? How is that the right move to take? He kills my queen. Oh shit. So he can't kill my queen. He can't go here, 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 or here. Oh shit. Okay, I see that. I didn't recognize that this guy was directly in path. I was more looking for the horsey to be in a path where it would work out. So I just wasn't understanding. Okay. This guy makes sense. Alright, alright. I'm a bot. I agree. Black to move. What was the move you just did, buddy? You just took my pawn from there. That's free. But that's the obvious answer. Oh, that's not free. Okay. Can I put his king at threat? No. Can I kill him? No. But I can kill his queen. No penalty. Oh wait, that's my queen. Holy shit, I'm fucking stupid. Okay, never mind. That's my queen. I don't know if I'm supposed to attack or defend or just progress here in this position. Because I'm not in threat. But he does have a queen here. He does have this here. If he takes that, he still needs to move this down over here. In that moment, I can take his queen. So I don't think that's a valid option for him. So I'm not really in big danger here. I think I'm more in of a position to progress. Go to the next step. Either I defend or I progress. Careful for check. Yeah, but if he checks me, I just block it, don't I? D4 to D1. D4 to D1. Oh, then he's perma-checked. Oh! Then I just take this. Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? Dieter, are you like a secret chess genius? What's your chess score, Dieter? Alright, white to move. I am in check. I can move my king to defend, but I do have other pieces here. I can move him straight down. I can move him here. But if I move him straight down, he dies. So that's probably not the answer then. So the answer is probably I move my king. Good. Was that it? Okay. That's pretty good. Wait. Puzzles. Puzzles. Alright, next. You just moved, what, one step over? A few steps over. I'm white. It's my move. My queen's in danger. My king's completely chilling. If I take you there, I'm screwed. If I take you there, I'm screwed. If I go here, I'm screwed. If I take that, it's check, but you could move here and walk away from that. But I think that's the right step, because then I get to move this guy. I think I have to do this. Okay, good, I do. But why'd you move there? You could have moved here. Why don't you move here? He should have moved here, in my opinion, but okay, he moved there. In this case, this makes... Do I just go here? No, I think I go here. No, I don't. 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 Check. Oh, do I just keep moving this guy over? Come on, that was lame. Come on, what was that? That was lame. Okay. Black to move. Not in danger. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. See, I just had to do some training. I'm learning. Continue your streak to set a new record. Continue with free trial, buddy. No, I'm not paying for shit. Go back. Oh, that's enough for today? Alright, that's all for today. Well, there you go. Maybe this is what we should do. Do all the free puzzles we get every single day so we can expand our trading knowledge a little bit better. Well, you're getting... Bye, TH. TH is getting banned from the streams forever. Bye, TH. No, I'm joking. Alright, see, look. That puzzles helped me a lot. Those puzzles helped me a lot. I think we're actually getting a little bit better with those puzzles. We should every day start with the puzzles and then end with the games and then end with the win. But we did have at least one win on the board today. Today's games went atrocious. Absolutely horrible. Exact same win record as yesterday. I think we had 2 wins. Sorry, 1 win, 2 losses. We had 1 win, 2 losses. Sticking consistency. Consistency is key. Right now, I'm consistently trash. Let's actually go to the full cam here. Right now, I'm consistently trash, but eventually I'll get consistently better, and then I'll keep getting better and better, just like trading. So I can't wait for this journey, but hey, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Those puzzles were actually fun. I had a lot of fun. Thank you for Dieter for teaching me a couple secret moves over there. It wasn't really secret. You just kind of opened my third eye, and then I started seeing everything better. I'm telling you. I'll get back to 800 before the end of the month. All right, how about that? 800 before the end of the month, or I give 5 gifted to the chat. 5 gifted members to the chat. All right, deal. 5 gifted members to the chat by the end of the month if I don't hit 800 again. Mark my words. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring in the outro because it's time to call it a night. Time to call it a night. It's been a good 2 hours of streaming over here. I've been having a lot of fun with this whole chess stuff, learning how to play chess. Not that I didn't know how to play. I knew how the chess moves, the board moves, and the people on the board move, but I just didn't know the deeper, in-depth strategies, which I can't wait to learn. Kind of want to take up this new challenge over here. I feel like the challenge will be fun to do on the stream too, because you get to see my growth from being absolutely dog shit to getting somewhat decent, hopefully. Same thing like my trading career. You saw me my trading career at absolute dog shit where I was beginner, and now you're seeing it get better and better and better. So this is a little fun. Hopefully you guys join me for that journey as you do with the stock market. Please hit that like and subscribe. You know where all those fun stuff are for the affiliate sponsor links and the social media links, all down below in the description. Make sure you go check those links out. It will mean the world to me if you do hit that like and subscribe, and leave a comment also. I can't wait to see you guys next week. I'm only saying that because, hey, I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. Like I mentioned, I'm off tomorrow. I have some trading meetup dinner thing to go to, so if I don't see you guys tomorrow, I'll probably see you guys Sunday. So have a great weekend, have an even better trading sessions for the next 2 days, and be safe out there in the markets, ladies and gentlemen. Trader Prad out. Ciao, good night. After the after hours with your host Trader Prad, I'm doing great. Hopefully you guys are joining me on that great side. Markets are moving around. Might just be a risk on type of day, so let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow. As you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, Trader Sync, promo code down below, promo code Prad15 to get 15% off. I will catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, Trader Prad out. Adios.